Okay, guys, so we're gonna take a look at Ivanka Trump. I don't know why I just wanted to call her Hannah Montana. I don't even know where that came from because I'm like, I don't follow anything that would talk about Hannah Montana. But we're gonna take a look at Ivanka Trump and see what's to come for her, because it's like, obviously Daddy was trying to groom her to take over for him. People are wondering if she's going to try to run for some public office and whether people will actually positively respond to that or not. And just like basically like, what is she going to do with the rest of her life going forwards? Because, I don't really think that anybody's going to be really supporting her QVC purse and shoe line that ended up on clearance at TJ Maxx. And I definitely, be nice to just not have to ever see any of those people ever again, right? So, Spirit, please tell me, what do we have in store for Ivanka Trump going forwards? Is she going to try to run for office someday? What can we look forward to with her? Thank you, Spirit, for joining us. Asking about Ivanka Trump. The first thing that came up is that it's like she's sort of watching to see, like, is my dad gonna have all of this support from somewhere that is gonna kind of maybe turn things around for him? Because she's definitely worrying about how, her dad being the way he is right now and the public perception of him, like how that's going to affect her opportunities going forwards. Well, I definitely don't feel like they're going to permanently go back to New York. Because this is talking about, with the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, having a completely, like, just go in an entirely different direction, because where you were no longer welcome. I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if they moved somewhere like Vermont for a few years while she tries to sort of kind of almost lay low and, like, oh, we're just going to move here so the kids can have a little bit of a quiet life after all of the chaos that was going on, with the White House. But really, it's like we have to go hide in a cabin in the woods because everybody hates us. And we got to let stuff die down a little bit first. That's the, at least, idea in her head. Again, it's like we have the Four of Wands, the Lovers, and the Chariot. She's trying to figure out, how does she separate herself from her dad? Because it's like things started off great and then they went south real quick. So it is definitely, she's just trying to figure out what the heck she's going to do, to be honest with you. Obviously she doesn't, it's not like the rest of us where we're like, crap, my stupid, crazy dad, like, made me lose my job and now I'm not going to get another one and I'm going to be homeless. She doesn't have those kinds of problems, but obviously when you have aspirations to do big things like she does with this Queen of Swords and this Ace of Wands, you don't want daddy ruining that, because what are you going to do? A lot of this, again, is karma coming back on them, because at the end of the day, she made a lot of promises and said she was going to do a lot of things that never happened. What happened to you making sure that childcare was affordable for people, Ivanka? Because we certainly never heard anything about that again. You were sitting there running around talking about that to get people to want to vote for your dad, but none of that ever happened. And that is going to come back to bite her in the ass with this Three of Pentacles and this Five of Cups. Like, the things that she said coming back to her, and she's going to have to deal with the consequences of it with that karma card. I keep feeling like she's gonna try to, like, be the next Meghan McCain. in the sense of being like this almost conservative, you know, talk show pundit, like cross between Tommy Loren, Candace Owens, and Meghan McCain, but the classy Ivanka version, because I'm going to show up in a Chanel suit and I'm going to act all snooty and use my, you know, private school education words and that kind of thing, you know, like trying how she does, like, oh, I'm just so sophisticated. Like, that's what I always, like, get the sense that she's trying to portray to people. I'm like, girl, you picked the wrong parent to follow around if you want people to think you're sophisticated. Because can you imagine being her mom? Because it's like, Donald screwed her over so bad and they had such a horrible, like, divorce and everything. Can you literally imagine Ivana? She's probably like, what did my kids get themselves involved in? She's got some hidden fights coming back to bite her in the ass, you guys. I keep hearing lawsuits. Because there's this moon card with this 8 of Wands and 5 of Swords about things being done in the dark or in the past that are now going to come back up that you're going to have to deal with. Yeah. Not great. So, yeah, Queen of Wands and 9 of Swords coming down after this Wheel of Fortune and this Judgment. So, whatever these lawsuits are, she's not winning them. I keep feeling like it's going to be employment stuff. Like, we didn't pay people in the factories that were making those purses that just ended up at the clearance rack at TJ Maxx. And, you know, now they're suing us. And then people also have a class action lawsuit against me because it turned out that there was formaldehyde in those fake leather bags or something. Like, there's a lot of, I mean, their whole family is going to be hit with lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit, guys, as well as investigations. She's really going to have to, like, make some choices here, guys. You know, I also wouldn't be surprised if their whole family ends up moving to, like, Saudi Arabia or something like that, too, to try to avoid some, you know, the things that are coming for them. Because it's like people can't really touch you if you're somewhere that is not going to, like, make your ass go back. It's just, you know, now that the Saudi family can't get anything out of you, are they going to actually, like, want to house you? And, of course, we know Russia's not an option because Putin only wants... I say Putin, like Pew, because I can't stand him. He only wants something to do with you as long as he can benefit out of it, right? Spirit. Is Ivanka going to go to jail because of her dad? Thank you, Spirit. Is Ivanka going to go to jail because of her dad? I keep getting criminal charges being pressed against her and her husband. Because it's like, if they're able to impeach Trump, you know, which I feel like right now they're definitely going to be pushing for that, because obviously now we're apparently not allowed to travel to Cuba anymore, which we already know Biden's going to overturn that. But, you know, I was just like, I feel like at this point, like, we might wake up tomorrow and we're like, guess what? Trump has conceded and he's installed Kim Jong-un as our new president, and we're now the United States of North America, Korea, you know, and we're like, wait, what is going on? So I've been picking up, and I didn't say this in the Trump reading earlier, that he's, I mean, I said he was scared, but I really feel like he's scared about shit really coming back to bite him in the ass with the kids too. And it's like, once, whether they actually follow through with the impeachment or there's something about other stuff is gonna keep coming up, because we have this Death card, the Seven of Swords, and this Tower card, followed by the Five of Cups for her when I asked if she's gonna go to jail because of her dad. So I don't really know like what you guys would take from this otherwise, but it don't look too good. And also, I mean, she would definitely try to cut a plea deal. Ivanka's definitely going to try to get herself pregnant again, too, if she feels like that's something that's going to come back to, like, hurt her. You guys, she has a secret female lover. So, yeah, she's going to try to get pregnant because she thinks that if she gets pregnant, they won't make her go to prison. They don't care. Plenty of other women who've given birth in prison, Ivanka. You'll get through it. Lucky for you, they don't make them chain you to the bed anymore. It got turned over because they said that's illegal. Spirit, yes or no, is Ivanka actually going to go to jail? Because they said charges are going to be pressed against them. And it's something about like backdoor deals that her and her husband were involved with. Because I feel like he was involved in like insider trading shit that's gonna come out, and she's gonna go down with him because of that. Because again, it's like Steve Bannon. You had all this other shit, but the thing that they got you on was the GoFundMe thing. That's what this feels like. It's like taxes or like insider trading, and it's like that's what they could actually pen on them, but really what they actually like really were like, okay, we got to nail these people to the wall over was that, oh, you were actually like making some weird deal behind the scenes with, you know, Russia or the Saudi family, and you were selling them guns, but they were in your TJ Maxx purses or something like that. But Ivanka's definitely got stuff coming her way. I mean, shit. Eight of Swords, Four of Swords, the imprisonment card. So, girl, it's not looking too cute for you. All right, let's see. Spirit. Sorry, I just had kind of like an evil little thought in my head. I was like, I wonder, seeing as that her husband's brother married Taylor Swift's old ex side chick. Funny how all three of those girls have that same tall, skinny, long-legged, blonde hair, blue eyes look, you know, to them too. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like, aren't you doing yourself? Like, wouldn't you just, it's like looking in a mirror? I don't know. I wouldn't want to be with somebody who looks exactly like me. It'd be kind of creepy. Boy or girl. She definitely wears the pants in their relationship. They weren't married for very long. With this Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and Lovers card, they weren't married for very long before either one of them started stepping out on each other. I feel like he steps out on her with men. It's kind of like they're bearding for each other is what I keep picking up. Yeah, Justice, Eight of Swords, Four of Swords. They're going to split up if either one of them goes to prison, guys. We're going to find out. Like, it's like maybe not immediately while they first go, but it's going to be very like Joe and Teresa Giudice, you know, where they just were swearing up and down they were going to be there for each other through this and they were going to get through it fine and da-da-da-da-da. And then as soon as both of them had served their time and they were out, it was like, all right, so this isn't going to work. Which honestly, I mean, if Teresa's telling the truth and Joe just had her sign shit without her seeing it, I would have left his ass, because I would have been like, are you kidding me? Like, I have to go to prison behind you? Like, mother effer? Like, we ain't good when I get out of here. Actually, you're going to want to ask them for extra time behind bars, because I'm going to kill you when I get out of here. Like, that woman had a lot more patience and kindness than me. Like I said, if she was telling the truth about that, we should do a reading on that someday. Alrighty. Spirit. How does Ivanka feel about Melania? We're being nosy. Might as well go all the way with it, right? How does Ivanka feel about Melania? Is Melania even still in the White House? Like, I feel like she's literally been like, get me the hell out of here as fast as you can. Like, I feel like she's been running around like, that was our Christmas ornament. I don't care about that box of tissues. Make sure you don't forget that one Chanel bag that I threw behind the bed that one time when I was yelling at Donald. Like, get me out of here. He said as soon as the Capitol got stormed, she was almost kind of convinced that, like, in retaliation, people would come try to attack the White House and get Trump out. Like, Democrats, you know, would have, like, had some insurrection. Like, let's all rise up and go get this mother effer out of there. She's really scared for her safety because of him and the things that he's involved in and what he's been doing. So, you guys, I think that she's going to leave his ass very quickly after they get out. Because I know before it was like, oh, she's going to wait the right amount of time. I don't think she's going to care for the right amount of time anymore. Well, there's definitely no love lost between the two of them. Between this Page of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles, I mean, Ivanka thinks that obviously Melania is only around for the money. And she thinks Melania is not nice to her dad either. Like, on top of it, like, I know you're using my dad, whatever. Like, we can all see that. But she also feels like you don't support my dad enough, or you should have been more invested in him, or you should have been standing behind him more. Like, Ivanka literally thinks that, like, Melania somehow, like, shirked her marital duties by not, you know, being out there like she thinks that Michelle Obama would have done for Barack. But it's like, Melania's never done that, and she's never planned on doing that. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and Six of Swords. Ivanka knows about Melania leaving. I think Donald does too. I think literally Melania's been like, as soon as we're done, I'm out of here. And she sees it as with this Justice card and this Chariot of she's running before shit hits the fan, basically. So she kind of thinks that she's weak for that. Alrighty. Ivanka, girl. By this time next year, you might be thinking that Melania was doing something good for herself and that you should have followed suit with her. Like, I'm not going to involve myself in your presidency, because that's the one thing. Melania, like we've said, she plays chess, not checkers. She was playing the long game in this situation. And honestly, I think that she knew this was going to blow up somehow or another. And so it was like, no, I'm not. I'm only going to involve myself when I know there's absolutely no repercussions towards me whatsoever. But don't you dare think that I'm like starting some initiative for anything or doing anything else for you. And, you know, Ivanka is the one that got herself all tied up in everything that she's going to have to really pay the price down the road. Whereas Melania's like, I was in the kitchen baking cookies for Baron before he got home from school and shopping on the Valentino sale. You know, like, I don't know what the heck they were doing over there. Like, leave me out of it. Ooh. Melania thinks that Ivanka wrote herself a ticket to jail. I just was saying that Melania knew, like, don't get involved in this shit. And it is because of her involving herself in her dad's affairs. And so now, you know, she's going to have to pay the price for it. Whereas Melania is literally like, bitch, you thought. I knew the whole entire time. Why you think I wasn't getting involved? Why do you think I stayed out of stuff? Because she really was showing up with this strength card as the first thing. She saw, she knew, and she kept herself out of it because it was like, I'm not going down with the rest of you idiots. See, Melania cannot, because King of Cups, 10 of Cups, the 6 of Swords, Melania is literally like, get me out of here now. I'm done. And Melania thinks it's Donna's karma. That's how she always says his name. Doesn't even like pronounce it the whole way. I wouldn't either. My mouth would stop moving halfway through saying his name too after 20 years. Yeah, but she thinks like 2 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, and 2 of Cups. You wanted so badly to take my spot, and look what you got out of it. I can't wait for it. It's gonna depend on how rich Melania's next husband is, but I would like her to also do a tell-all, because I am sure we will find out some very interesting things about that family, about Dan and what he's up to and into. Like, we'd probably vomit about 85 times reading it, but I still feel like it would be interesting. So, Ivanka, basically the rest of your life looks not so great. You know, I do see them trying to go off somewhere else, but I do think that the legal stuff is going to catch up with them between lawsuits, and there will be some sort of charges that'll come down the road for her that she's going to have to deal with. And of course, her husband's going to be in a lot of trouble too. So, you know, but I mean, Martha Stewart went to prison. Meghan McCain's still on The View. So if her own dad was our president of the United States, so I wouldn't be surprised if at some point she ends up back on our TV taking over for Tommy Loren or one of those people. Oh, we were going to ask if she's going to run for office. Spirit, is Ivanka going to try to run for office? Yes or no? I hope she's not dumb enough to like walk out of the White House thinking that she's going to go like run for the House of Representatives or something in Vermont. Like, oh, they'll like me there. They'll vote for me. Spirit just keeps showing me. I don't know. Do they wear like the beige outfits? I've only ever been to county jail, so I don't really know about the orange, but like I just keep seeing her in one of those with no makeup on, her hair all greasy and stringy. It's just like kind of funny. Like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. She wants to, but honestly, she's just gonna have to give up on that, because with all, it's the same thing as her dad. Like, she's gonna have so many other problems coming her way that she has to abandon that idea and find something else to make things work for herself going forwards. This Ace of Wands feels like writing a book. Knight of Cups feels like going out on TV and telling your story to all these people. She's gonna try to tell this story about my poor dad was so misunderstood, and then we got wrapped up in it, and it's unfair, and other people put us in this situation. With the 7 of Swords, King of Cups, and 10 of Cups is the story that she's gonna try to tell. But with the Page of Swords, nobody is buying it, and people aren't gonna be very sympathetic to her. So she'll trot herself out with some book someday and try to get a bunch of recognition for it, but honestly, I just feel like over the next couple years is the most that we're going to see Ivanka for a long time, and then she's going to have a whole lot of other shit that's going to take her away from our faces, and she's going to be in a lot of courtrooms, and then we get a break from her for a while at least, so that will be nice. I'm like, you know what? If we get a break from the Kardashians and the Trumps, this next decade might be really awesome. Anyways, guys, I love you all so very much. If you want to book your own personal private reading with me, coupon code Barbie, all in caps, will get you 25% off. My website, psychicbellalove.com. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We are going to be doing another giveaway soon, and we will see you on Station Head on Saturday. We're going to be digging into Whitney Houston, since that's who you guys keep asking the most about. And we will see you over there. So, bye, guys.